Trading the foreign exchange market carries high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin, utilizing leverage can carry an even higher level of risk that can lead to a complete loss of investment funds. So before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or using any of our software alert products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk tolerance. There is a possibility that you could potentially sustain significant loss. You should not invest any capital or trade that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. Auvoria Prime does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade.
If you're new and it's your first time, this is a webinar style Zoom. So put your questions in the Q&A, all right? And then put your comments, or if you want me to look at a certain pair, put that into the chat, all right? I'll look at the Q&A first, and then I'll look at the chat second, all right? All right, so while we jump over the charts real quick to see what's going on, just want to announce that on Thursday, so in 2 days, we will have the launch of the AP Live Dallas here. So if you're in Dallas, make sure you got your tickets and you are coming. All right. We'll see you here in Dallas. All right. Looking a little scruffy right now. I got to go get cut up tomorrow. Make sure I look presentable for everybody that's coming through. So make sure you're looking your best. Make sure you got your mind right and you come prepared, ready to learn, because we are taking things to the next level with the AP Live Dallas. All right. So as we can see here from the dashboard, we've got 5 out of the 6 G pairs are up for the day and up for the week. All of them are actually up for the week. All right. Only GBP NZD is down for the day. The Euros, 3 out of 4 down for the day. Euro JPY is up, but barely. Gold is down. GER 30 is down, and S&P 500 down for the day. All right. Of course, I've already marked the charts, all right, with the levels of institutional order flow. All right, so we've got a 1 hour, we got 1 hour order blocks here. All right, we have no trend. So we're in uptrend. We've got 4 green zones, 3 red right now. So we are currently in uptrend, but price is into a zone. All right, it broke the top of agent channel. However, it's in a zone, so we don't take the trade, and it's getting ready to run into an order block. All right, GU. Oh, just like that, just broke over the zone. All right, just broke over the zone. There is no trend, 2 red, 2 green. And let's see, what is the distance between the 2 zones? 45 pips. All right, we got about 28 until the zone, but this is a 1 hour order block right here. All right. GI, it's in a zone and in an order block. GN, it's coming out of an order block, but running into a zone. Interesting setups right there. GCAD broke agent channel. It ran up, looked like about, for those who took that trade on GCAD, they broke the zone, ran up about 13 pips. But again, the zone's in its way. So we took that Asia breakout session. Congrats. G-Chef trying to push up, but it's in the zone. Then getting ready to run into order block. Euro GBP is pushing down. All right, it's in an overall downtrend. So we'll see how that goes. All right, a little imbalance here. That's where it's bouncing off of. And then an order block underneath it. Euro AUD is just kind of sitting in between these zones, 2 imbalance areas. Euro JPY. Order block there, imbalance here, another order block down here. Just kind of arranging. It's not really doing much right now. Euro NZD is in a uptrend, and it's bouncing out of a zone and a order block. If we get an up arrow here, there might be a good buy. Let's see how much room we got. 36 pips. Yeah. Yes, but yeah, we should have. By the time it gives an up arrow, it'll be above the moving average, and we should have at least 20 pips. So a Euro NZD buy would be good for tonight. We can get a bag entry on Euro NZD. It's bouncing out of a arrow zone. It's bouncing out of a 1 hour imbalance area. It's in an uptrend. So a bag entry taking it up here to this order block and this zone right here, this arrow zone, will be a good move for 20 pips. All right, so I'm definitely looking for a Euro NZD buy for sure. Gold. All right, GBP AUD buy. Let's go look at that real quick. A buy right into the order block. We are in an uptrend, but it's into a zone and an order block. I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. All right, gold, gold, gold. So gold's got a W formation right here, slanted. All right, we are in a downtrend. All right, so definitely we'll be looking to take that trade. All right, so we'll see how everything reacts. And then German 30, GER 30. All right, already got the zones already marked. Prices has been bouncing and creating more zones inside of this 15-minute order block, which coincides with the gap. So it hasn't closed yet. All right, we wait for the open. We'll wait to see how things react in the open. What do I expect? I would expect, and we'll see how it plays out in the open. I would expect to see something like this. That's what I expect. I haven't seen in a while where a gap wasn't closed same day. It tried to close the gap here late in New York session, but didn't complete it. So I'd expect for it to have a fake out. So fake out continuation to the upside, gather more orders up here, a buy order, so that they can put in enough sales to then go down and close the gap. So I'd expect to see the gap close at London Open. But we'll see. At the end of the day, it all comes down to what does price do? How does price react? All right. So no real setups that I see right now. Nope, 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 nope. GU. All right, let's get out of here. See what you guys talking about in here. GCAD plus 16. Hey, my brother Cameron is in the DFW right now. Hey, man, welcome, sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Dallas. Man, I hope I catch up with you, man, before the event. All right. Didn't get that alert. If you didn't get the same alert as me, that just means you're most likely utilizing a different broker, and your broker has a different price point. The alerts, the arrows pop up based on price. The zones pop up based on price. Candles are red or green based on price. The moving averages moves up and down based on price. All right. So if you didn't get the same alert as I did, then your broker did not alert you due to the price. All right. Ghana in the house. Hey, our very own Mr. BTC King. Hey, congrats. Welcome. Welcome to London session, my brother. All right, got a question here. If it's a buy, is the TP above the trade? Correct. All right, so if you're in a buy, you want price to go up. So your take profit is going to be above your price. Your stop loss is going to be below your entry. If you're in a sale, you want price to go down. So your take profit will be below you and your stop loss will be above price. All right, make sure to go and watch the videos in the back office for Forex Basics. You learn more about that very thing right there. Is the AP Live Dallas going to be streamed? It is. It is going to be streamed. How do you mark up your order blocks on Mac? If I don't have a tool, I'm not seeing it. Up top, I only have the fib, arrows, and trend lines. All right, so I have a Mac. But again, when you trade with AIRO, you have a VPS. And your VPS is what? Your VPS is a Windows-based VPS. All right, so whether you have a Mac or not, they all work the same. All right, I'm on a Mac right now. All right, and so to find this here, so let's go pull up a naked chart real quick. Let's go pull up the infamous Euro USD that you guys love to trade. All right, and on Euro USD, if I want an order block, I use this icon right here, which is a draw rectangle. If you don't have it here, I've added mine on this bar, on this menu bar. What you want to do is you want to go to Insert, Shapes, Rectangle. And then from there, you can mark whatever it is you want to mark. If you want to change colors, just double click one of the edges till you see the 5 dots pop up. Right click on one of the dots, go to Rectangle Properties. Again, Forex Basics, I walk you through how to use MT4 and tools like this. Make sure you go watch those videos so you guys can understand how to use the tool we actually utilize to trade AIRO. If you're not watching these videos and you're just hoping just to figure things out, or you get frustrated that AIRO doesn't work, and it's really that you don't understand how to use the tool, you're doing yourself a disservice by not being on these calls and asking questions. And you're truly doing everyone a disservice by not watching the videos. Because every time I have to stop to talk about this, other people cannot get the opportunity to learn something else beyond understanding how to use MT4. So we're here to help, but make sure you put in, you're putting in the work just like everyone else. All right. Beautiful imbalance right there. And you can see here going into, so this is here, 3 a.m. You see that right there. Nice rejection out of that coming. Let's go throw AIRO on there and see what it looks like. Boom, 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 boom. Just to show you guys the power with Euro USD. Look at that. We are in a downtrend on Euro USD on the 15-minute time frame. All right, you have this rejection out of the order block, out of the zone itself. All right, we'll come down to the 5-minute. We can probably get ourselves a better entry. So those who were trading Euro USD going into the New York session, you had the rejection of the zone and the order block. Price came down, gave you a bag entry. You literally would have got in. This popped up on this arrow. You'd have got in next arrow. Look at that. No drawdown. Straight profits. 29 pips. You actually had another entry right there if you want to take that one as well. All right. If you want to understand where to take the trade to, let's go look at H1 one more time. You can see that. Let me turn off AIRO real quick. Indicators list. We'll take delete AIRO. All right, there it is. All right, so that is the order block right there. Boom, boom, boom. All right, now let's go and put AIRO back on. All right, so now we know what area we're looking for TP. All right, go down to the 5-minute. All right, to get a better entry. As you can see here. All right. For me, I typically like to put my TP about 5 pips above the zone. So the zone or the order block is here. 5 pips is about right here. All right, right here, 5 pips. And you clearly, boom, hit that. Went all the way through that. All right. You went through that by about, call it 4 pips. So which means with Euro USD and this tight spread it has, you would have cleared 25.5 pips, no drawdown. That is the power of understanding, how to utilize AIRO. As you can see here, it was a clear bag entry. All right, trend is down. On the higher time frame, we're just looking for a better entry on the 5-minute. You had a rejection out of the zone and out of the 1-hour order block. Bag entry, sell. And this is on Euro USD, which I cannot stand. 25 pips. That move right there, had that been GBP USD, instead of 25 pip move, that would have been a 125 pip move. See what I'm saying, guys? I'm spoiled by these G pairs. I'm spoiled by volatility. So when I see a pair like a Euro USD that doesn't have any volatility, I just kind of get a little frustrated. I'm like, yeah, I'll pass. I'll pass. All right. Look at that. Well, look at that. RB. Look at that rejection coming out of the imbalance area. That's beautiful right there. That's beautiful to see. All right, we'll keep an eye on it. I don't see a candlestick formation that excites me on that one. So, all right. Nope, 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 nope. Come on, Euro NZD, turn up. Give me that bag entry. Gold. What's gold doing? It's gold doing. We'll watch gold. German 30. All right, had a nice little bounce. We'll watch. We'll just keep watching. See what you guys got to see here. You're 100% right about GER 30. I hope so. I'm never 100% right. I can tell you that right now. Because German 30, I'm still, as I try to add this additional layer of institutional order flow in conjunction with AIRO, you know, I've taken my share of lumps. All right. So I'm not 100% right, but I hope we are 100% right tonight, because that's just what I expect. And at the end of the day, it's not about what you expect. It's about what happens and how you react to it. All right. All right, so we went over how to mark up the order blocks. We'll talk about order blocks and imbalance later for those who want to know. Again, go back and watch the last 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks of London session calls. We've been going over order blocks and imbalance. We'll go over it again. All right, we'll go over it again. Build a little on using AIRO for the trend following strategy. The strategy teaches you everything you need to know. There's nothing really to build on. So I'm not really sure what you mean by building on for the trend strategy, but let me find one for you real quick. Not really sure what you mean on building for the trend. Let me find one that's been trending real quick. So Euro NZD is in an uptrend, right? Uptrend. All right. And so when you have the bounce and the arrow, so the bag entry right here inside the money zone, all right, you literally just take this and hold. And as long as it doesn't break below the moving average, it doesn't close red, like the strategy says, you hold. And you see it, bad boy kept going up. And then you had an opposite colored zone pop up. This one popped up probably somewhere around here, because typically it takes about 3 to 5 candles after prices hit an area before price turns around. All right, so typically somewhere around here or somewhere in these 3 candles right here. So you would have closed out somewhere around 68 to 81 pips, because 3 to 5 candles after it hit the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one of these 3 candles, somewhere between 68 and 81 pips, is when you would have seen this red zone pop up and you would have immediately exited, because the strategy is hold until the price either closes below the moving average and turns the opposite color, or an opposite zone pops up. But that's it. That's all you're looking for. That's all you're looking for. Not really much to build upon on that. Not really sure what you're asking there. So if you got anything specific, let me know. I can try and go through that in a little more detail for you. If I draw order blocks on naked charts and load AIRO, all the markups are gone. Is that correct? No, that's not correct. All right. So if you've been watching the call last couple of weeks, specifically last week, this is when I started doing it. Let's go back to Euro USD. I actually just did it. So I went to the H1. I'm going to draw some imbalance right here. All right, because that imbalance was utilized right here. All right. And then instead of going up here and hitting AIRO in the templates, all right, what I do is I go to the navigator, the gold folder with the gold star. I click that. I come down here under indicators. I find AIRO V 4.1. I double click. I hit the check mark on allow DL imports. I hit OK, and boom, it keeps the order block that I drew, and it adds AIRO on. Loading the template loads exactly what you saved in the template. So you have to load it from the navigator standpoint if you want to place your order blocks and everything on the charts. All right. That is how you go about doing that. Hopefully that helps you. All right. How to determine lot size on GER 30 and S&P 500. I'll say this: if you have to ask about that, then you may not be ready for it. So make sure that you are practicing utilizing proper risk management on the Forex pairs before you try to move to the indices. But what I recommend for indices is that you use a 0.01 lot size for every $500 you have in your account. So if you have a $5,000 account, then you should be using a 0.1 lot size. All right, conservatively. That's a conservative manner. Just say, so I recommend 0.01 for every $100 when you're trading with Forex pairs. So you can be a little bit more aggressive because Forex pairs are not as volatile. Indices, 0.01 for every 500. That's just what I utilize and I recommend. I believe that it's very risk averse because with the Forex pairs, I have to, on a $100 account, I have to get 1,000 pips wrong. I have to lose 1,000 pips before I blow my account. You're not going to lose 1,000 pips, unless you're just being reckless and careless. So if you're trading, you're following strategies, you're using proper risk management, you're setting a stop loss and not being careless, you shouldn't lose 1,000 pips. All right. M15 buy. No, I already explained why I would take a buy on EUR NZD. I'm waiting for the bag entry. So EUR NZD, no, I would not take one now. I'm waiting for the bag entry. Now, if we do get a bullish engulfing candle, so this candle right here is a bullish engulfing above this candle, then potentially I'm going to hit that buy. I'll take that buy from a price action standpoint. But as of right now, I would not look to take a buy. I need to see a bag entry for me to feel comfortable taking a buy. GJ, nothing. GU coming down. GI coming down. GNZD coming down. GCAD coming down. GCHEF coming down. Euro GBP. It's a bullish engulfing. Not bad. Zone right there. All right. Euro negative. Euro JPY. I don't see anything. Euro JPY is in a downtrend. So what I would love to see is price to come up here, reject the 1 hour order block, turn around and give a bag entry or the price action we'd like to see for potential sale. We already talked about Euro NZD, gold, playing around in the zone, German 30, look at that, rejecting that same area. So I've got order blocks and imbalance already labeled, but then these gold lines right here, this currently shows you the top and the bottom of the bodies of, let me adjust this one now, of the Asia channel. All right, of Asia channel. Actually, let me take it back. Asia channel prior to the money zone. So I like to play this. And the reason why is because price with German 30, when it likes to respect Asia channel. All right, don't believe me? Let's go look at it. Let's go look at it. So indexes, German 30. It's a cool thing that I've learned. All right, let's go to M15 is fine. M15 is fine. Let's go to M5. So we can mark it off. You can see that money zone starts at, for me, starts at it's 10 o'clock. No, that's 2 a.m. What time does money zone start? I forgot now. Yeah, 0800. 0800. 0800. So 0800. Boom. Right there. So money zone started. Boom. Right there. All right. As you can see here, here's Asia session. All right, here's Asia session. Price came up, rejected a order block that was up here, dropped like a rock inside of Asia session, hit this order block right here to the T, and it reversed. And it's been respecting Asia session. Coming in, out, playing with it, came in below it, respecting the bottom of it, stayed above it. All right. And we can go back days and days and days and days and days to show you that it respects Asia session. Here's last week, or this Sunday night. All right, boom, boom, boom. Oh, wait, money zone started right here. Boom. All right, Asia session, fake out to the downside of the Asia channel, and then shoo, shot up. Came back in the Asia session, respecting it. So likes to play around Asia session. That open is the key. And you see when it got loose, when it finally in the New York session, it broke below Asia session, came back, retested the bottom, and then dropped even more. All right. So it's something I've learned with indices. They love to respect the previous, all right, the previous sessions. So you'll see that US 30, NAS 100, S&P 500, they like to respect Asia channel, also London session. So whatever you love to trade, keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. A lot more insights on that, but keep an eye on that, on how it respects previous zones. Previous sessions. All right, so let's go. We talked about GER. It's rejecting the bottom Asia channel right now. And so we'll see what happens. We've got 23 minutes until London Open. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm curious now. It's closer to the bottom. So now I'm more inclined to think that it's going to drop, give a rejection, and then we're going to look for a buy to the upside. That's what I'm more inclined, unless it takes off the closer we get, which we've seen it do before. So we'll see. We got 23 minutes. 23 minutes. 23. Do you only draw order blocks if uptrend, draw uptrend candles? I've explained why and where I drop order blocks and my imbalance zones at. We'll go over that later when it's time to kind of walk through order blocks. All right. We walk through order blocks and imbalance, how to draw them, what they stand for, what they mean, what we're looking for, how we use them with AIRO, which I've kind of gone through already. Then we'll talk more about that. If price is in an order block, do you keep away from placing trades? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. All depends on what's going on inside the order box. Sometimes you can get price action rejections because there's an imbalance or another order block inside of a higher time frames order block. So you may have a 15-minute imbalance inside of an H1 order block, and price comes down to that imbalance area, rejects, and goes the other way. All right, what does that mean? Let's see if we can't go find one real quick. So I can give you guys a little example. Let's go to that Euro USD. All right, let's go to that Euro USD here. All right. So we're on the H1. You saw we drew that, we drew this H1 imbalance right here. All right, H1 imbalance right there. All right. And if we go down to the 15-minute, let's see if we can narrow that down a little bit more. All right. Beautiful. All right, so in between the very middle, you have what? You have another imbalance area, another imbalance zone inside of the imbalance. It's kind of funny. But let's just see exactly how this looks. GER 30 for the buy. All right, we're not ready to buy or do anything with GER. All right, boom. All right, so now we got that imbalance drawn. Let's zoom in. So you got imbalance into the imbalance. So guess what? We go in there and we put a minute 5 to get a more precise entry. And so you got an imbalance inside of the imbalance, right? And so now you're looking up here to see what's going on. All right. See if you see anything inside of this area. So price came actually above it, which I'm pretty sure I could draw another level of imbalance. I already saw it. Actually, I'm gonna do it just for you guys, just because I like you guys. All right, just because I like you, I'm gonna show you. All right, so you can see another imbalance area right there. All right, so let's draw that one here real quick. The more you have inside one, you may see it being utilized more than once. Happens quite often. All right, cool. Now we go down to the minute 5. Now look at that. Inside the hour imbalance, we had two 15-minute imbalances. Price went all the way into the second one, all right, to collect orders. Came out with a nice evening star candlestick formation. All right, I like that. I would have loved to see a bearish engulfing, and I would enter it in. I don't see it yet. Doji, okay. Bullish candle, then after that, bearish engulfing. So now I've got a bearish engulfing out of the second. You could have put an entry in right here. Boom, boom, boom. Then you could have put another one in. You got a hangman here with a strong bear candle afterward. Again, it's Euro USD, so a 5-pip candle is a strong candle for Euro USD or weak pair. And then you got a bag entry. I mean, you could have had multiple entries, 2 based on price action and then 1 based on the bag entry. But you see here, it's coming out of the AIRO zone. We already know it's an overall downtrend, so we're looking for a sale. All right, we're looking for a sale because we know in the 15-minute time frame, it's an overall downtrend. We went down to the 5-minute to get a better entry. All right, to reduce our what? To reduce our drawdown. All right, have a tighter stop loss. All right. So we know the overall direction. All right, we've got imbalance on here. We've got 2 entries based on price action. All right. We already showed you guys about imbalance here and how I had to take profit at least somewhere between 3 and 5 pips above the zone. I never expect price to go straight down to any zone, whether it's an AIRO zone or a imbalance or order block. I'm looking to take profit about 3 to 5 pips. If it's a forex pair, about 5 pips. Indice, depending on the indice, typically about 10 to 25 pips above the zone to ensure that, including spread, that price goes through it. And I know I've got a good opportunity of hitting my take profit. But yeah, that's how I would use it. So price action coming out of the actual imbalance, the imbalance inside the imbalance, all right, on the lower time frames. And then I got a bag entry for additional confirmation. And we're just gonna ride the bad boy. So that's what I mean there. That is why I would enter a trade into it. Because this time I know I'm setting up for New York session open, which is going to be a big move. I'm also seeing the rejections inside of the lower time frame imbalances that are inside of the higher time frames. Same thing go for order blocks. And then from that standpoint, I'm already understanding the overall trend. I know the overall trend is down because arrows tell me the overall trend is down. And then guess what? Look for my now, because the overall trend is down. I'm looking for price action. So sale style price action setups with the candlestick formations. All right. That lead me to collecting those 2 additional entries above him. All right. So that's kind of how I use it. As you see it happen more often and you get better with combining this concept with AIRO, you'll get better at understanding when to potentially enter inside. And if you don't, and you just wait for price to come out and you enter in there, or you wait for a bag entry, that's fine too. At the end of the day, the goal is to have the tools to get better. And if you see it, great. If you don't, that's fine. Your eyes have to be trained, and it'll take some time. You may get the opportunity to see that. GBP, JPY, booming. All G pairs booming. I like it. Going in the fake out before London. G Cat, G Chef. All these had zones. All right. That's one thing we did not do. I'm mad that nobody told me or forgot to remind me. All right. We got 14 minutes to London Open. So we'll see how this goes. But nobody warned me and nobody reminded me. We got to look at the news. Got to look at the news. All right. So I didn't miss G pairs. Those G pairs all had zones. So even without order blocks, we would have took those because the zones were there. At least with my broker, they were. All right. With my broker, they were. So I would have took those in the first place. Let's go look at Forex Factory. I'm going to pull up on my phone. I'm going to pull up my FX book. All right. My FX book app on my phone. All right. You can see here it's 2:46 on Forex Factory. The next news at 3. We've got orange and yellow folder CNY news. All right. Same thing with my FX book. Yellow folder, green folder, red folder CNY. We've got some red euro in about 2 hours, 13 minutes. All right. And that'll put us about 4. That'll put us at the end of the call. So we are pretty much clear for the evening. All right. How do you rate arrows bouncing from EMA versus resistance zones? Hip wise. I don't take arrows bouncing off of moving averages. So they have to be bouncing off a zone for me. So I don't look at them at all. Now if it's bouncing off of a moving average and that moving average coincides with a zone or it coincides with a order block or imbalance area, then I'll take the trade if it meets my parameters. But as far as just bouncing off of a moving average only, it's not something I'm looking for. GU last candle on the daily closed under the moving average. All right, let's go take a look at it. GU. We'll go to the daily and we'll zoom in. Last candle closed underneath the moving average. Yeah, that it did. That it did. But you also had a large rejection here. So I actually expect price to go back up. It wouldn't surprise me to go higher and hit back up to the zone on the daily. All right, on the daily. Why? Well, look at that long wick. Now I had the price close way down here underneath the moving average. Hey man, we're looking to potentially look for a sale, but it didn't. You had a long price try to get down there, and they had a long rejection at wick right there. And then next day opened, and then guess what? That long wick rejection, that buying pressure continued. You can see this candle, very little sell, and straight up. And you can see GU, there it is, pushing into the order block. All these G pairs all had zones. So for me, I would never enter in any of these. All right. So GCAT is breaking up. So what I want to see with GCAD is, I think it already did it. Yeah, what I love to see with GCAD would be it to come back down here and touch. Let's go to H4, see if we can. It's in a zone on both the 4 hour and the 1 hour. 30 minutes in the zone, M15. All right. So I'd love for it to come down here, retouch the top of the order block, and then head back up. All right. So I need to see with GCAD, G Chef pushing into the zone. Euro GBP just falling. Falling. We're in a downtrend. We'll see how it reacts. Euro odd, nothing really. Euro JPY. Euro JPY had a nice little candlestick wick rejection. Now bearish engulfing. And with the rest of the euros dropping, could be a good entry for a sell. But for me, you got not only one, you got two zones to get through to get to your 20 pips. I mean, you got to go here to get 20 pips. So you had to go through one full zone and into a second one. For me, downtrend. We'll see how that plays out in about 9 minutes. Interesting setup. And Euro NZD is going the opposite direction. We wanted to see some nice price action move here, as well as maybe give us a up arrow for a bag entry. Beautiful setup. Gold is just moving sideways in the zone. And German 30 is pushing up. It's pushing up. It's the top of Asia session right here. Top of Asia session. All right. I marked Asia session at the bodies. So we'll see. We got 8 minutes. Again, I'm expecting price to, like I said, push up to the zone and then drop like a rock. So I'm looking for a price action rejection somewhere at this order block right here for us to make that turnaround. Same thing that I did yesterday when I caught that. You guys saw me put that screenshot in the group for the 273, the 250 piece, I think it might have been at the time. The overall trend was an uptrend, but we're at all-time highs. So for me, when we get to all-time highs, we typically break them. We typically fall below it. And you can see here at the beginning of London Open, price shot up, rejected off of that order block, and then dropped like a rock. I put my TP at 25 pips in profit, and I was going to hold it. I was expecting it to go drop and go close the gap, but it didn't. This is why you trade what you see and not trade what you expect. Last night slapped me in the face, and I was upset. I didn't lose money in that trade, caught 25 pips, but price literally hit this order block right here and turned around. Literally, it hit it and turned around. All right, and it came back and literally I was up, and then literally 2 minutes later, my stop loss was getting hit, and I was like, "What happened?" It just whipsawed. I went from up 200, and I think it dropped as much as like 273 pips, and the next thing you know, I was closing out at 25 pips in profit at the stop loss. So that's why you trade what you see. That order block, when I saw that first rejection on the 1 minute, I should have known to get out immediately because it rejected at that order block level, and then I should immediately look for a potential entry on the buy side and cut it back to the upside. So you got to trade what you see and not just trade what you expect. I expect this, but I'm going to make sure that I trade responsibly and trade what the market gives me. All right. And we'll see what happens here at London Open. All these pairs are highly affected by the volume that comes in at London. And so we'll see, will they turn around or will they just continue to strengthen in the direction they're going. G pairs all up except for GN, and Euro pairs all down except for EJ. And EJ is the one we're looking at potentially taking that sell for the bearish engulfing coming out of the order block. And we are in a overall what? Downtrend. Overall downtrend. So we'll see. We got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. All right. This is German 30 gonna respect. They're gonna respect the top of 80 channel. We'll see. We shall see. Yes, I mean, you're going to learn a lot of different ways to draw these zones, to trade these zones when you watch different people on YouTube. Everyone on YouTube has a different angle or tries to create their own angle that works for them, because trading, you know, at the end of the day, it works best for those. How do I explain it? It works best for those who learn how to apply what works best for them to their trading style. So when you try to apply someone else's style, it can work if you truly understand that style and that style resonates with you. But if you are, if the style doesn't resonate with you, then you need to be looking for a another style that does, or finding out what works best for you, and then from that standpoint, making the best opportunity for yourself. All right, that's what it comes down to. All right, see here. We got any more? We got any more? We got any more? All right, we got 3 minutes. Go take a look here. OGR pushing. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll wait to see. I'll wait for the setup. Is what I look for. So I wait for German 30 to make his move. All right. And the reason I'm thinking this here is because typically German 30 likes to make a fake out outside of Asia's channel. It rejects typically off an order block or imbalance area somewhere, and then it retraces back to the, back in the opposite direction. Sometimes it continues, but when it continues, it'll use an area of imbalance or order block, or even a channel in itself as an area of rejection. All right. So like right now, it's rejecting off the top of Asia session right now. All right. See that long wick? It's rejecting the top of Asia session. All right. We got 2 minutes here. This could be. You can see that here. We can see what's going on. Let me go back in here. This thing's on my way. Let's go back in here. Oh man, that was almost railroad tracks. Almost railroad tracks would have been, which would have been a great entry, a great potential entry. All right, so I'm gonna look at, see how this goes here. We got we had 1 minute now until New York opens. So we'll keep an eye on that one. We'll keep an eye on that. We got 1 minute. 1 minute. if you're gonna enter a trade with me, make sure you use proper risk management because this is German 30. That's all I'm gonna say. It is an animal. So make sure you use proper risk management. It is an indice. As you can see, this candle is blowing. That candle alone on the 1 minute time frame was a 90 pip candle on the 1 minute time frame. So here we go. New York session is upon us. Look at that. Look at that move. Look at that. All right. Going to 5 minute. We're gonna see how it works. We're gonna see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right. We're getting some rejection on the 1 minute. Getting some more rejection. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see how it plays. I don't see an entry yet. Let's go scan the other pairs. GJ got a nice little hangman there. German 30 still doing his thing. No entry yet. GU, nice pullback at the top. GI, same thing. They're showing selling pressure right now. The main four are showing selling pressure. GCAT, gone. G Chef pushing. Euro Chef pushing. Euro odd. There go Euro NZD at bearish engulfing. I'm sorry, Euro JPY. Euro NZD pushing. Gold, nothing. German 30. It's rejecting the top of Asia channel, but no entry just yet that I see. None that I see. So we wait. All right. I'm being told we're at an M15 order block. We need to make sure I got this order block selected because I don't. Yeah, we do got an M15 order block right there. Beautiful setup. M15 order block right here. Shout out to the fans. Shout out to the AIRO Nation for calling that out. So we'll see how that reacts off that order block. M15. We're just gonna see how it rejects. Do we get the candlestick formation we're looking for? Do we get it? Do we get the candlestick rejection we are looking for? Fractal high. But for me, I didn't see anything I like there. We'll just see how it plays out. We'll see how it plays out. 1 minute to the next candle. You see it's playing, it's bouncing off the order, it's inside the order block, but it's also, you see, keeps projected at this area right here. It's just playing, that's the top of 80 channel right here. This is the top of that 80 channel. So it's playing around right now at the top of 80 channel. There we go. Now we got a bearish engulfing. Can we keep that? Can we keep that bearish engulfing? Can we keep that? If so, I feel pretty confident, especially if it comes out of the zone. I feel pretty good about entering that trade for a sale. I feel pretty good, but it's looking ugly though. It's looking ugly. Let's see how if it commits. Can it commit to the downside? Can we get a break below and out of the order block and be a bearish engulfing? Can we get that? German 30, will you give it to us? We see you. We're just waiting. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. And if it closes below, I'm in for a sale on the 1 minute here. We in there. I'm in for a sale on GER 30. All right, we got a rejection out of the 15-minute order block. Bearish engulfing coming out. And looking to take this. Again, you guys know me. We're not going to go for the full 250. That's not the goal if we don't see it. All right. And so for me, order block is down here. I got about a take profit 15 pips above the order block. All right, 15 pips above the order block. It's 180. Let me check that here. Come on now. 182 pips is the take profit goal. Take profit goal, and my stop loss is going to be right above the bearish engulfing candle. All right, right above that bearish engulfing candle. Let me get that. Come on now. Which that's going to be just above it. It's going to be a 60 pip stop loss. So a 60 pip stop loss for 182 pips. That's a 1-to-3 ratio. So for those who want a good risk to reward ratio, all right, here we go. So come on, let's go. Let's go, German 30. There we go. There we go. Came back, touched that inside the bottom of the I feel good, really good now. Came back here and touched the bottom of the 80 session. Came back out, came back, tested that bottom. Now we're getting dropped. So we just needed to get the momentum dropping down. All right. And I got a tight stop loss. So if we get stopped out at 60 pips, we can come back. That's why you use proper risk management. You get stopped out. Utilizing proper risk management, you have the capabilities of re-entering in the trade when you see another setup. All right. Right now, it's just playing with us. See, on the 1 minute, we are in a downtrend, more red than green. We got a rejection coming out of 15-minute order block. All right. And we are just waiting for the setup. I mean, for the drop now. We got the setup. We got the entry. We're just waiting for the drop. Quit playing with us. So go and give us that drop. Plus 22. It's trying to get down. It's trying to get some momentum. Trying to get some momentum. Plus 35. Plus 37. 36. All right. I'm going for a 180 pip TP. Once I see about 100 pips, and then that's when I'll move my stop loss in profit. Once I see we are up 100 pips. All right. If you see 50, if you see 100, if you see 30, take profit. You don't have to hold the trade the whole time that I'm holding the trade. So if you see that and you want to take profit, take profit. All right. Take profit. Let's come back, testing that area. Come on. Go on, get that drop for us. We already saw 37 pips. So now we want to see 137 pips. German 30. We're wait on that one. GJ. It's got a rejection coming out. Look at that. Bearish engulfing. That's lovely. Lovely. Plus 22, 32 on German 30, 35, Euro USD, plus 41. Let's go back. German 30 moving, plus 53. Gotta love it. Let's go. Hit 50 pips. So if you want to take your 50 pips, take that 50. I know we used to go, our goal used to be at 50 to 100. 62, 65, 72, 52. Come on, get to that 100 so I can put my stop loss in profit. I want a free trade. Information, look at that dropping. 83, 87, 86. Come on, keep moving. I want to put my stop loss in profit. 81, 75. We hit 75. If you're comfortable taking profit, hey, take profit. Plus 82, plus 75. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Give me that drop. Got a little more minimum. A little more minimum. Come on, push. Push it to the limit. Go down to the, go down to this order block. Going down to the order block. I don't like what it's doing right now. And I can tell you, where did it bounce at? Let's look at that real quick. Like it bounced off the order block from yesterday. I don't know if I like that, guys. I don't know if I like that. We'll see how this candle closes, but I could be closing out early. It bounced off an order block from yesterday. All right. And if this candle closes above the previous candle, I'm probably getting out. That's the same thing happened to me yesterday. And I sat and I sat and I sat and lost and lost and lost profit. Was up 270 and gave it all back. Only got 25 out of it. I'm out. I took my 37. I'll explain why. You see it's starting to head back up. So you see this, I'm gonna mark this line here. It rejected right here. All right, and don't feel bad. You take small profits. I'm not mad. We just wait for another setup. But you see that line there, right? And you take it back and you coincide. You can see, where did I see it at? Got an order block right here when price went back up. And now you see it rejecting, hit that line, hit that area, or that order block, and it's starting to head on its way back up. It's the exact same thing that happened to me yesterday. Same thing that happened to me yesterday. So instead of taking it for a big long ride, I took it for a scalp. I'm not upset. I got profits. No reason of letting it go all the way back up here, and now I'm back in the negative. So that's what happened to me yesterday. It did get deep enough to where I could add a stop loss in profit, but it's rejected on us. So whenever I see it hitting certain areas and just sitting there and not really continuing down, especially when it gets momentum, I look left. And you look left and you see that's what I saw. So I just kind of walk you guys through that. All right, look at that, all the way back up. Our entry was right here. So if you're holding this trade still, you are now in the negative. All right, learn to get out. Sometimes you got to know when to get out. We're now using the market against itself to understand when to get out. So we'll see what happens here. We gonna get another rejection? Is that what we're doing here? Is that another rejection? Bearish engulfing. This one came, tapped the bottom of Asia. This one rejected out of the order block. Keep an eye on that one. Might enter another sell here. So yeah, the last trade, what I get, 30, 37 pips. Got 37. Gold for a sale. Let's go look at gold. Gold for the sale. We are in a downtrend on the 5-minute. All right. Indices are moving down. Gold's been falling. I am going to enter into a sale on gold. All right. Simple bag entry. Simple bag entry. All right. It failed to break this W formation here. All right. And I'm entering into a sale. All right, enter into a sale. On the 5-minute. German 30, 1-minute sale. Got the break. Broke below. What am I doing here? We're gonna enter and sell this one here. Got a bag entry. All right, bag entry. It broke below that low. All right, I'm gonna enter into a sale here. And again, we enter into a sale. Try to catch the rest of this move that we were expecting the dive to happen. Got another, we'll put it at 80 pips. All right, 80 pips. All right, up 30 right now. All right, up 30. Looking for that drop down to 80 range. Halfway there, 40. Once I see about 60 pips, I'm putting my stop loss in profit. I need to see about 60. Oh, yeah, there we go. Stop losses in profit. Free trade. And oh, you better not do me like that. You better not do me like that, GER. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Got to be more careful. And I'm closing. It rejected. It closed. It should have closed. Should have hit my 80 pips. German 30 did me dirty. I got out, but 80 pips is hit. 80 pips. So we collected over 100 pips on that, guys. Congrats. 80 pip drop there. We got the first drop. We got out early. If you held the whole thing, hey, good for you. I got out. I explained why I get out, and I'll continue to do so. If we get another entry, which we had, this candle came back up, touched the bottom of Asia. The next candle was a bearish engulfing. I waited because I this wick. I didn't like it. Next candle dropped below the previous low, gave us the arrow drop. So now we have the rejection. We have the bounce arrow go. We already know on a 1-minute, the trend was down. We had a rejection off of the arrow moving, off the arrow zone. Out of the 15-minute order block, we had the what? Down arrow, sell. And in one candle, we got 80 pips. Mine hit 80 and you guys saw it didn't close. That's the one thing about, I was saying, always putting it above the zone. You just never know how far it's going to go. So I had more money on that one, but hey, we caught the pips on that one. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Now you want to go down. Let's see, you going to go down and catch the whole 80 now? Got to be more careful. There it is. When it finally took me out. Gold, we're down 5 pips. Looking for the move down. Looking for the bag entry on gold. Looking for the bag entry down 4 pips. German 30, we're going to wait. We're going to see what it does. What is it going to do? Is it going to finally go and close the zone? I mean, go and close the gap? Or is it going to reject? We're just going to wait. Right now, we're 2-0. Over 100 pips, 110 pips on that German 30. 80 and 30. 80 and 30. Just trying to push it. There it go. All right. So let me blow this up here on the 5-minute. Going to close that gap. So what I'm going to look for is I'm looking for, good Lord, look at that. That's beautiful. So I'm gonna get on the 1 minute. I want price to come underneath this order block that it's in right now. I want it to drop below it. All right. I want it to reject. So I want it to drop below it, come back, retest, and then drop. And I'll take the sell if I get the right candlestick formation entry to continue to sell to finish closing the gap. So we'll see what happens. Right now, it's hitting the arrow zone right now. So we'll see. I need to come below this order block, come back, retest not only the order block, but also the arrow zone, the support zone here, and then give me a bearish, candlestick formation to continue down. Let's go find out where the gap is at. The gap ends right here. Let me change that color. Gold going against us a little bit, but I'm not worried about gold because we just got 110 pips, so we in good shape. We in good shape. All right, so that's what we're looking for there. Go to 1 minute. Go to 1 minute. All right, and we wait. Nice little rejection at the bottom would potentially give us somewhere between 90, 50 to 90 pips. We can come down here, come back, retest, and then drop to close the gap. All right. So we'll see. Right now, it's showing a nice retrace off the zone right now inside of this order block, which is inside the gap. It's a nice little bullish engulfing candle that is showing right there. All right. So another thing I'm going to be looking for is I would take this trade, but it's too close to Asia channel. So what I look for now is if it does not going to come to the bottom of the order block, I'm looking for a price to come back up here and give me a bearish candlestick formation at the bottom of the Asia channel. So the Asia session. So I got Asia session marked. So if price comes up here and gives a nice little bearish move at the bottom of Asia, I'm in for a sale to go finish closing the gap. So we just let it play out. We'll let it play out. Let it play out. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Go playing games on us. Down 20 pips on gold. One minute. What's gold doing here? What's gold doing to us? Keep an eye on it. Things starting to slow down. GJ. That rejection coming out. Coming out. London Open changed the direction of GJ. Got rejection here coming out of GI. GBP NZD. Hitting the zone. GCAT. Finally starting to slow down. G-Chef. G-Chef setting up for a nice potential sale here. Euros, you can see euros bouncing up. Euros bouncing up. Euro JPY. All right. Euro NZD started to come back up. Came down, hit that second level. This was a imbalance zone. This is an order block. So it came through the imbalance, touched the order block and given us a bullish engulfing candle. And we are in a uptrend, I believe, on Euro NZD here. Yes, sir, Bob. Yes, sir, Bob. Euro JPY is in a downtrend. Euro odd. All the euros making that move. Everything is reversing. You see euros pushing up. You see pound pairs pushing down. And gold is being a pain in the butt right now. Hitting that zone for me. All right. And so I got my TP at 30 pips. All right. German 30. Dropping. Boom. Close the gap. Never got a re-entry, but got a bag entry there. I wouldn't have took that. But German 30 has now went and closed the gap. Has now went and closed El Gapo. So if anybody held that trade, beautiful setup. I took it down to the order block. You just never know. I tried to hold it yesterday to close the gap. Didn't do it for me. So this time we're gonna be smart. The original entry we had, that would have been, if you held that one, 465 pips. The secondary entry we got to close the gap dropped 378 pips. All right. If this wasn't here and hadn't kicked my butt yesterday, I would have held the trade and closed the gap. But again, you see price got down to this area and reacted there, but then it finally decided that, hey, we'll go ahead and close the gap. All right. And when I saw that happen, I was waiting on price to come below, come back up, retest, and then drop. This time it just dropped. 2 candles closed. We didn't get the retest. All right. At the end of the day, caught 110 pips. All right. At the end of the day, we caught 110 pips. So can't be too mad. All right. So what I look for now is price to go below the gap to this. I believe this is an H1 imbalance zone. What is that? No, H1 order block. It's an H1 order block. All right. So I'm going to go wait for it to come down into the H1 order block, and we'll see how it reacts at the H1 order block. We're going to see how it reacts at the H1 order block to see if we're going to get a potential opportunity for a buy. Potential opportunity. All right. Nice strong wick right there. Touch that order block. Nice strong wick. Ooh, nice strong one. Nice. We get a bullish engulfing. I might be in for a biz eye. Let's see how it plays out. All right. Gold is playing with us right now. Come on, bag entry. We was in profit. Just playing with us, boy. Just playing with us. I can tell you guys my stop loss is, matter of fact, let me go ahead and put my stop loss here. My stop loss is right above this wick right here. All right. I got a 30 pip take profit and a 36 pip stop loss. All right. There is our rejection that we look for from a standpoint of the, it's a hammer. All right. So now I'm looking for the finish of the candlestick rejection. So I would like to see a bullish engulfing, a strong bullish engulfing candle here to give me the, there it is. I'm looking for a potential buy after this trade, after this candle closes. All right. Taking it back up to, there it is. I'm in the buy. I'm taking it to the bottom of Asia channel. I'm going to take it to the bottom of Asia channel. All right. That is, to the bottom is 188 pips. I'm going to drop it about 20 pips below it at 168 pips. All right. You guys know I never go straight to the actual zone. All right. 168. Uh-oh. We frozen. What happened? Oh, we are plus 69. Froze on me, guys. Sorry about that. MT4 been acting up. We are plus 70. I'm going to 168. There it is. 20 pips below the bottom of Asia channel. Up 71 pips right now. Up 99. All right. So I saw my 100. I'm now putting my stop loss in profit. All right. I'm going to put it in profit. $20 pips. It's a free trade to me. Plus 139, plus 143. All right, keep it moving. Let's go. Come on, baby. Give it to me. Plus 129. I'm locking in more profit. I'm locking in more profit. We're going to lock it in. Locking in 60 pips right now. Plus 136. 130. Come on. Give me that 168. Don't play with me. Give me a whole Give my TP. Give my TP. If you're comfortable with the profits, guys, take them. I'm tempted to take mine right now. I'm tempted to take it right now. It's 130 pips looking at me in the face that I just want to say thank you. And it's coming back down. Man, that's ugly. Wait for the push back up. That might stop us out in profit right there. We might get a stop out. Look at that long wick. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to hold. I'm holding. We're going to hold this time. I'm going to hold with you guys. I'm holding. I'll just keep moving my stop loss up as we keep locking in with profits. I'm holding, though. I'm holding because I got 60 pips in profit. So at this point, it's a free trade. 60 pips. We're up 100 pips right now. I'm going to let it ride. We're going to let it ride. I say that, and I keep saying close because I see this rejection coming. I see this long wick. I don't like to see long wicks in the opposite direction. I hate seeing them in the opposite direction. Plus 108. If you're up over 100 pips, guys, you want to take that trade, close it. We're up over 200 pips now for the day on GER. All right. All these pips should be beautiful. Oh, I'm taking it. Oh, don't do it to me. There we go. Go on, go to upper room. Upper room. Another one. All right. Took us out in profit. Cool. We were up over 140 pips at one point. We got took out at 60 pips in profit. I can't be mad at it. I can't be mad at it at all, guys. Can't be mad at it. All right. Can't be mad at it. Only thing I'm mad at right now is gold. Let's go look at German 30. Where did it reject that? It rejected here. So why did it reject there? Let's go look at it. Let's go try and figure out why it rejected at that level and did not go to the bottom Asia channel like we suspected it might go. Ran into all this noise right here. All right. Either way, it's a good trade. I'll take it. Locked in another 60 pips. I should have probably locked in 100, but I was trying to give it a little breathing room, but it went as high as 143 pips. So congrats. We're also inside this order block. So, you never know how it's going to react in the order block. I was expecting it to definitely come up here and test or retest the bottom of the Asia channel because it hadn't done it. It dropped. It never came back to retest. So at some point, I'm expecting price to come back up and retest the bottom of Asia and then drop on us. All right, and then drop. All right. So not a bad trade. That's over 260 pips locked. Over 170. Over 170. Some of you guys caught more, some of you caught less. Either way, 3-0 on GER 30. We're waiting on gold. GJ. That was a beautiful rejection there. That dropped 15 pips. GU is coming out. If we can get a close out of the zone, that'd be a bearish engulfing. I like that movement. That might be a good sell right there on German. I mean on GU. No GI, no GN, GCAD, negative. G Chef. We missed that one. We missed that one. That might be a good. That actually was a good entry. We missed that one right there. That's a good sell. Euros popping. Euro odd. Euro JPY. Euro NZD. Oh man, we got that bullish engulfing. All right, so we got one confirmation. All right, so we got the rejection. So our early entry would have been right here. Early entry would have been after the double rejection. So we rejected this zone down here, which is the 1 hour order block. Got a bullish engulfing candle. Should have entered in on here, but we were trading GER. So now what I'm waiting for is to get a bag entry. If we get a bag entry, I'm taking this buy to the upper room. I'm taking the buy to the upper room. All right. And it's going to be based off multiple confirmations. All right. Number one, it's a bag entry. Number two, we got double rejections or rejections out of both the 1 hour order block and the 1 hour imbalance area. All right. Showing us that orders were brought, price was brought down here to pick up orders, and now it's heading back to the other side of the world. All right. Gold coming on down in our favor. We got a classic bag entry here on gold. We're waiting to pan out. 30 pip take profit. All right. German 30. We've caught 3 trades with German 30. All right. So looking good there. Euro USD was giving us entries. I don't like seeing Euro USD entries. So I'm closing Euro USD. Sorry for everyone that loved that. Well, I'll be. Look at that. Agent channel. So remember I showed you guys how to lights agent channel? I showed yesterday's agent channel and last Friday's agent channel. Well, guess where it rejected down there when it closed the gap? It rejected at the agent channel from 2 trading sessions ago. 2 trading sessions ago. Got to be more careful. And GU not trying to give us a price action we want. Come on, GU. Quit playing with us. I mean, the euros are turning around too. Come on, Euro NGD. Get that push up there. We want to push. We want another entry. It's 2:38. We got 22 minutes to the top of the hour. All right. Depending on who you are, I've caught about 170 on GER. Saw somebody chat, so they caught 230. So far, good night. So far, good night. All right. So far, good night. That's some nice little screenshots in the group. Hey, if you caught the GER 30 trade, show some love and drop them in the chat. Blow up the AIRO bag chat. Show these guys that, hey, wake them up. Let them know that they should be on the calls. They're missing the calls out. Missing the calls. Missing the calls. We're going to keep waiting. We'll keep waiting to see if we get setups. Waiting for the setups. Gold is being stupid these days. Usually, for the last, I don't know how many years, gold has always been the opposite. Since I've been trading Forex, since 2016, gold has always typically ran the opposite of the indices. For the last 2-3 months, gold has been running in the same direction as indices, which makes no sense to me. So, not really sure what's going on. Down 20 on gold, but at this point, I don't really care. We made enough money on German 30 that even with this, if we do lose this trade, we still in profit. I don't want to lose this trade. I'm just saying, though, you use proper risk management. Even though I used a smaller lot size, I caught more pips. I'm using half the lot size. I caught more pips on German 30 than I would lose with gold. So this is a 36 pip stop loss. Every trade I had except for one was more than 36 pips on German 30. So I could literally go three wins, one loss, and be profitable. So that is the beauty of making sure you use proper risk management based on your account size. All right, not over leveraging, not being greedy. Because sometimes you'll get really nervous and trade small on one account, on one, say on an indice, and you catch a whole bunch of pips. But then you trade big on gold because this move is crazy, and you lose a smaller amount of pips. But because that lot size was bigger, you lose more money, and the money you made with a small lot size on like a German 30 wasn't enough to counteract. So you got to make sure you're using proper risk management. All right, proper risk management to ensure that you stay profitable. All right. Shout out to the group. Everybody starting to post profits. Nice, nice. Let us see it when the team wins. Let us see it. German 30. What you doing, German 30? No. We 3-0. I don't know if I want to touch German 30 again. And I'm mad because we had 2 trades up over 100 pips and I didn't take it. Has to be more careful. Has to be more careful. Beautiful. Beautiful. Somebody caught German 30 for a buy, man. That was a beautiful move right there. Who was that? PK. Patrick, man, beautiful trades. Beautiful trades. You got that buy? Yeah, you got that buy. 15, 7, 11. You must have got in early. 15, 7, 11. Oh, no, you got in a little late. You got in a little late, actually. And then you just took it up to 24. Oh, man, that's a beautiful trade right there. Beautiful. Patrick's done for the night. Patrick's done for the night. Look at this. Look at this. More pips and dips. Zan, congrats. Nice. Who's this? Ooh-wee. James, congrats. Indrick, congrats. Michael, congrats. Miss Loves, congrats. Who's this? Mr. Levante, congrats. I mean, you guys, hey, killing it. Killing it. Now we just wait for another entry. Now we just wait. Wait and see. All right, wait and see. We've got some good pips. Might just pause right here. We're in gold, so we'll probably just sit and see how gold pans out. Only other trade I'm potentially looking at taking will be this Euro NZD when we get a bag entry. Euro NZD bag entry for a buy. All right, if we don't get it before this call, when it happens, take it 20 pips. All right, take it for 20 pips. Follow the rules. I'm taking it for 20 pips. I can't tell you what to do. Let me rephrase. I will be taking the Euro NZD. When I get an up arrow, all right, I get an up arrow, I will be taking it. Again, all the arrows happen above the moving average. So I know it's going to come out of here above the moving average. When I get the up arrow, I'm taking the buy. I'm taking it. I mean, from this zone right here to this zone is 42 pips. It's not going to go halfway before we get to it. Shouldn't, at least. We'll see, though. But I'm looking to take, as long as I got 20 pip room to the arrow zone and to the M1, I mean, the H1 order block, I'm taking a trade. I'm taking that bad boy, 20 pip. 20 pips. German 30. I see something I learned from a mentor today. I had my training session this morning with my mentor. I saw something interesting. We'll keep an eye. Euro NZD for a sale. We don't want a sale. We want a bag entry for a buy. What is this nonsense? Negative Ghost Rider. We'll wait. There we go, gold. There we go, gold. German 30. Got some nice rejection here at the bottom of this order block that's in. I'm going to take a buy here on this one real quick, guys. I'm taking a buy here. And I'm putting a very tight stop loss on this thing. Very tight. Taking a buy on this here up to the bottom of Asia channel, 111 pips. We'll see how many pips we get out. I got a very tight stop loss. It jumped on me. It gapped up. Should have had a better entry. I hate when it gaps up. I only like to gap up when I'm already in the trade. All right. We'll see if this secret sauce works. Come on, Gold. What are you doing to us? You were just heading the right way. All right. Looks like we may lose this one right here. And that's fine. I'm still holding though. And gold is look like it's gonna stop getting pretty close to stopping us out. German 30 might stop us out as well. Again, that's why you use proper risk management. We lose this trade, not a biggie, it's a tight stop loss. And it won't lose all the money we've already made. But I had to try something here. Looked like it didn't work on this trade. So out on that trade there, gold trying to stop us out as well. All right. Did I have it too tight? All right, so let's go into, we got 12 minutes before the top of the hour. Let's go into, let's check the chat real quick to see what you guys got to say. No more gold for me. Goals is always the pain in my, yeah. Darnell caught 569 pips with GER 30. Hey, congrats to Darnell. Congrats. Pia 130. Congrats, Pia. All right. Kevin 132. Congrats. 140 from Wandered. Congrats. Who else? Who else got some pips in here? All right. 51 again from Wandered. TP on GCAD. Asia Breakout. Kevin, congrats. Congrats on that. Wade 115 on GER 30. Congrats. Bankable Boss. What's up, Bankable Boss? In the house. In the house. That last German 30 trade made me mad. I don't know about that one. I'm going to go back and restudy that. That should have worked out. It still got a setup there. Got to be more careful. We were 10 pips in profit, and then they just said, not today. Q&A. When you dropping the bag shirt? I'm working on a new logo for Bounce Arrow Go. So bag. So we're waiting on that. That's what we're waiting on before the last one. I didn't really care for it. It's good, but I wanted something a little more dynamic. All right, a little more dynamic. All right. Do you put stop loss and profit when profit is halfway through it? It depends. If we're on Forex pairs, I'm waiting for about 75% of the way. So if we're going for 20 pips in profit or 20 pip TP, I wait for it to get to 15 pips in profit, and then I put my stop loss in profit 3 pips. With indices, depending on my target, with indices, I'm looking for something a little different. I'm looking for something a little different. Typically, if take profit is, let's say, 150 pips, then once I see it's 50% of the way there, I want to lock in profit right away, just because indices are so volatile. All right, just because indices are so volatile. So that's something I look at on that aspect. Man, we should have gotten that GSG shift trade. It's moving the right way. Euros, okay. Euro NZD, need that bag entry. We're in there. Need the bag entry. Come on, Euro. Need to make up for that loss we just took. We was 3-0 before that trade. Boy, I tell you. All right, let's see what else you guys got on here. Why can't I see the top of agent channel? So I marked my bottom and my top of agent channel, all right, for today with yellow lines. So I kind of showed where that was at already. So you might not be able to see it, but I know where it's at because I marked it with the yellow lines, which I went over. All right. So if your head's all over the place and you don't see it, that's fine. It's not a big deal. As we continue to do more and more of these calls, you continue to start to see things more and more clearly. All right. All it is just more chart time. That's all you need. All you need is more chart time. All right. That's it. More chart time. All right. So let's go down here. Let's take a look at the chart real quick. We have a double bottom right now on German 30. Double bottom. It finally touched it once. Right here, got a long wick, a light long wicks. Let's turn that a different color. Let's make that yellow. All right. So we got one that was touched once there. All right. And so I want to see now this long wick here, potential area for rejection. All right. And this long wick is inside of a order block. So I'd love to see for price to reject it, give us a bullish engulfing pattern, or come back and retest and give us the bullish move, or and then we look for a buy entry. All right, but Pia, for your question here, you see here I got a yellow line here, and a yellow line here. This is the top of top and bottom of Asia channel from today. All right, from today's Asia channel. All right, so I've got that already marked. That's why I knew where it's at already. All right. All right. So we'll see what happens. Gold. Come on, baby. What you doing? What's German 30 going to do? What's it going to do? You going to give us a pitch back today? We get a bullish engulfing. I'll tell you I'm in. You don't have to go with me. If we've already caught 3 trades for the win. Some of you guys stopped. Some of you guys only took the first trade. That's fine. All right. I've taken 4 now and 3 and 1. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's just me, though. Still profitable, though. Still profitable. I need to see a bearish engulfing. I don't think it's going to get there. It's got a hard problem. It's not breaking through the bottom of the gap. That's fine. So we'll move on. We'll move on. Hit the bottom of that gap. Let's see here. Where can it go next? Where can it go next? H1. All right, so H1. H1 still has a imbalance zone right here that has not been utilized. Put that right there. So the GER get the falling. And that, oh, that's beautiful because that coincides with another long wick. Cool. I like that area. So we'll put this right there. All right, so for this to get down here, I'm going to wait for price to come down below the current order block it's in, reverse, come back, retest the bottom of the order block, give us a bearish move to come down to this imbalance area right here. This imbalance, or this probably the top of this line here. That's where the last crazy wick was at. Wicks potentially can tell you where price is going to retrace at. Look at this. Wick there, price came back, almost at that same price point, turn around and round up. All right, so wicks can tell you potentially where price may reverse at. So it's always good to at least know where those crazy wicks are at. Those one-offs. You see, these are one-off wicks. Look how long these wicks are. One-offs. They're one-offs. I don't care about the little itty bitty wicks, but the one-offs, the ones that stand out the most. So between the bottom of this order block and that, about 188 pips. Could be some good pippage for us. Some good pippage. Good pippage. So we'll just see how it plays out. See how it plays out. Now, I gave the setup for the potential sale, but I've also gave a potential buy setup as well. So it's a matter of just waiting to see what price does. And when it does, when you understand where it may be able to go in both directions, then at that point, it's a matter of waiting game. Wait for the setup. You get the right setup, take the trade. Right now, we're in a strong sell. So I would anticipate, as you can see here, I would anticipate that we break through this here, come back, get a rejection, and I'm looking for a sale. I'm looking for that sale, baby. Man, to think we had our original entry way up here. To think we had our original entry way up here. And if I remember correctly, guys, I don't think we had very much drawdown. Our entry was right there. Our drawdown was 29 pips. 29 pips. And if you've been holding, you'd be up right now 568 pips if you've just been holding, which some of you guys like to do. I know somebody's over there just holding for dear life. All right. Somebody over there holding like they holding crypto, hodl for dear life. So I'm looking for this. I like this. It broke that previous low where the previous wick was at. I like that. It rejected a little bit, came back, broke below it. So I'll wait for it to break below this order block, come back up, retest it, or just give me a straight, I'm looking for that bearish candlestick pattern entry so I can get in and get this sale. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I look for. And we're in a strong bear move, so that's what I'm looking for. So we just wait. We just gonna wait. Come on, go, baby. Make that drop. All right, we got 2 minutes until the top of the hour. I'll take a 15-minute break. If we get a setup during the break, I'll come back on during the break, let you guys know. At least when I'm looking to, why I'm looking to get into the trade. You guys already know what I'm looking for, though. And then we'll go over, if we do get into the trade, cool. If we don't, that's fine. Either way, we'll go over order blocks and imbalance and talk about what they represent, how to mark them on a chart, and then what we look for, with those, and then how we use them in conjunction with AIRO. All right. Got 1 minute to the top of the hour. We're down 29 pips on gold right now. Even with this gold loss, we are still in profit. I'm a little upset about gold right now. It's not really cooperating. I don't understand why. Way to go back and analyze that one. Hmm. Chart time is important, and I explain why. Look at the madness on this chart. I believe in simplicity. And now it's messy when you add in everything else we're doing. But the more time you put in, you know exactly what's what. All right, all right. See what happens here. But all right, guys, top of the hour. I'll be back in about 15 minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna play the music, so it may be late where you're at, might be early. More people like this new music, but if you don't, hey, feel free to pause it. Pause the music. All right. So we'll be back. We'll be back. I had to turn that music off, guys. I couldn't do it no more. But GER 30, I got into a sale, showed you guys why it's pushing down, should be in profit. I was in profit like 7 pips, down 3 right now. As you can see here, we had the bearish engulfing candle, got in right there, what I showed you guys. All right, stop loss never got hit, got pretty close, but I had got a stop loss right above that. I got a real tight stop loss on this one here. And so now we're pushing in 13 pips profit. My target is about 151 pips, just right above where that wick touched, where price may look to turn around at. I don't really like the way it's moving right now. It's not giving me the push down that I'm used to seeing with German 30. German 30 is moving very slow, and I don't like when German 30 moves like this. So trying to have some patience, but it needs to break out. I know that. Let's go. Let's get it. Come on, push. I saw plus 13. Let me see plus 133. All right. So, and if we get this big push down here, we may see gold go with it because gold has been following the indices. All right. But the way German 30 is playing right now, I'm thinking about taking this quick few pips that it gives us and get out because it's playing right here at the bottom, which makes me wonder if I drew everything appropriately. Let's go back and take a look at that. Did I draw everything? What I went to the H1. All right, went to the H1. Yeah, I drew it right. Bullish engulfing. All right. Interesting. But it's playing around. I don't like the way that it's moving. Usually, you guys know GER moves with some nice volatility, and the volatility is gone. Typically, when the volatility goes, you start to see any kind of craziness. You'll see stuff, you'll see one little spike, a gap up, a gap down. You saw here, there's a gap right there. You see stuff like that all the time, and then you start to see price just slowly move in the wrong direction. Sometimes slowly move in the right direction. So I'm not used to seeing the volatility disappear from GER. So we hang out here too much. Yeah, I don't like this at all. Come on, German 30. We need the pips. All right. Coming back, touching the bottom of this here. All right. Now let's see if we can't get some rejection out of there and this drop. Try to have some patience. With it. So we'll keep an eye on it. Here. All right, we'll keep an eye on it. Like it's trying to creep back to our stop loss. Should be right above the zone. That'd make it about a 1-to-1 ratio. Yvette got 26 pips. Congrats, Yvette. I don't know why. Happened to the call. Somebody's being recorded. Should have always been recorded. Interesting. All right. So let me finish answering the questions. Hey, I see some people in here in the Q&A asking questions that are anonymous. Remember, I do not answer anonymous questions. You must show your name. Do not make yourself anonymous. All right. Euro NZD did not give us the entry we wanted. It closed above the arrow moving out, but it did not get an up arrow. So I'm waiting for that bag entry. All right. Waiting for the bag entry. And gold is coming down. So beautiful thing with gold following the indices. As German 30 falls, gold falls. All right. So you see gold is starting to fall back the right direction. All right. So we're looking for. All right. German 30 is playing with us. So we're looking for that. We're looking for that drop. All right. Let me finish answering the questions here for you guys. Okay, no problem. No problem answering your questions. All right. If EN closes above AIRO at 200, we in for buys. I told you with EN guys, I'm looking for a bag entry. I'm not just getting in because it closes above certain yada yada yada. No, I'm looking for bag entry for my entry. I missed the initial entry, and for me to get in now, I'm looking for a bag entry. All right, that's what I need. All right. So a couple of sessions ago, you mentioned that some Auvoria Prime partners were going to offer a proprietary trading setup. Yes, it's already been announced. We talked about that last week. So manifest. Actually, let me put it into the chat group for you guys. Actually, I'm gonna send it to you personally. Manifesttrading.com. All right. Let me save that. All right. Send. I'm gonna send this to everybody. So Manifest 7 is the platform. All right. Manifest 7 is the platform we'll be utilizing. If you're still in GER 30, we're in profit now. We are in profito. All right. So there it is, Manifest 7. So it's manifesttrading.com. All right. Allows you to go up to $2 million. All right. I've started mine, but I haven't taken any trades. Right now, I've got mine with Trade Copier set up so that if I take a trade on my master account that I'm trading with, it'll also copy on there. That way I can trade multiple accounts at once. It's kind of hard to trade 3 and 4 accounts, having to switch back and forth. It gets a pain in the butt, and you can miss some precise entries. But I cannot trade until level 2. I cannot trade indices or gold on Manifest. So right now, none of my gold or indice trades today have copied over, which is fine because that's just the nature of the game. All right. So again, anonymous coming in, please make sure you are not using that anonymous. All right. Let's go back and take a look real quick. German 30 trying to make some big push. I saw, here we go, plus 11. I saw it hit plus 17. There we go. Plus 22, 27. Cool. Starting to get that volatility I like to see. We need to see that oomph in the right direction, though. I need to see that oomph in the right direction, dog. I need to see it. I need to see that 151 pips is what I have my target at. I got mine set at 151, just slightly above the yellow line, which the yellow line represents my where the last major wick, look at that. How we go to plus 27 to minus 18, minus 13 like that? That's that GER. That's why you want to make sure you practice risk management. Forex pairs typically don't do that. We went from positive 27 pips to minus 18 literally in like one blip or one tick as it's called. That's why you want to practice proper risk management. That was a 45 pip flip, literally in just a blink of an eye. If you didn't see that, that said plus 27, and then in a blink of an eye, it went to negative 18. That's why you use proper risk management when you're trading with indices. All right. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it here. Let me go finish answering these questions. I'm watching it on my phone so I can see. All right, we're almost back in profit now. Yeah, forex pairs playing around because you have to use forex pairs on manifest trading in the very beginning to get to level 2. All right, so we'll get there. You got, first level, you got all day to get there. All right. So where do people post profits? So people post profits in the AIRO bag chat. All right, so there's 2 chats: the AIRO announcements chat. All right, that's where you get all the announcements, and then AIRO bag chat. The AIRO bag chat is the community where everybody chats at. You can chat back and forth. Everybody ask questions, things of that nature. Whoever helped sign you up with AIRO can send you the link for the AIRO bag chat. All right, so make sure you get back with the person that brought you on board. They can give you access to that. So people are asking about how do I set up mirror trading and as well as set up, copy trades and all that. That information I do not give out. It can be seen as a form of financial investing, which you guys know I'm not a certified financial advisor. So let me get with our compliance team to see what is the best route for me to divulge that information. If you ask me about who I use and you just happen to know, I'll let you know, yay or nay. But just to give it out, I don't want to divulge that information until I have proper guidance from our compliance team. I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the best answer based on our legal team. All right. So you're going to answer a few more questions, guys, and then we're going to jump back on the charts, and we're going to go over imbalance and imbalance and order blocks. All right, and we'll look at you guys' favorite pair to go over those. The Euro USD. All right, we'll look at that. The minimum account needed to trade GER 30. We're back in profit on GER. Speaking of that, I always tell you a minimum of at least 500, but your broker may be different. So, because the GER, when you trade in GER, it is a very heavily weighted indice. It's going to heavily weight your margin requirements on your actual platform, on your actual account. So, the more the better. 500 to 1,000 range, you should be able to trade a 0.01, which is the lowest amount. There we go. Finally getting some movement. I saw it dip to the I'm in the three figure mark. So let's go look at it here. Finally up over $100 now on that GER 30. We busting through. Starting to get that movement down. I love to see that. Need that. Up 36 pips. There we go. 47 pips. There we go. Come on. I need to see 100 plus. I see 100 plus, and I'm putting my stop loss and profit. All right. Got my take profit at about 125. Again, just slightly above this yellow line. All right. So I'm looking to take profit somewhere between 100 and 125 pips. All right. While we're on the charts, let's go ahead and go over Euro USD. We'll come back and forth here. So, actually, hold on. I'm sorry. Let's go back to German 30. That bad boy falling. Plus 57, plus 65, 66, 67. Gotta love it, dog. Let me see that 100. So I see plus 100. I'm putting stop loss and profit. Feel free to take profit anytime, guys. Up over 50 pips. You can't go broke taking profit. All right. I actually thought about taking 50 pips because that is I need a little more. I say I probably need about 60 pips to make up for that loss we took, make us back to where he's at, But I got my TP down here, so I'm gonna hold strong. I'm just gonna wait to see a plus 100. Then I'll put my stop loss and profit. Put my stop loss and profit. Plus 57. We'll give it a second here, guys. Give it a second. It's dropping. Come on, baby. Take us out of our misery. Come down here. Come play in this area. Come hit that yellow line right there. Make me look like I know what I'm talking about. Come hit the yellow line and then turn around and run all the way back up for 800 pips and let us catch that and help us feel good for the day. Come on. Sometimes you got to talk to GER. Sometimes you got to talk a little bit. Just a little bit. Push it to the limit. Up 57 right now. Let me come in here and try to answer a few more questions. Well, hold on. GR said, hold on, don't go away. 68. Come on, GR. If you're going to drop, drop. I need to see plus 100. Plus 100. All right, still playing with us. We'll get a drop here. It hit 68 again. Feel free to take profits, guys. You can't go broke taking profits. Can't go broke taking profits. All right. So we'll keep an eye on it. Plus 47 right now. All right. So we have talked about everything. All right. We'll go over order blocks now, and we'll go over order blocks as well as imbalance real quick. Let's jump back on the charts. GBP NZD. All right. We are minus 20 now on gold. Gold dropping. Plus 67 on GER. Loving that. Come on. Come on. Break. Drop it. Drop it like it's hot. It's rejecting this area. I might give it up any profits, guys. I'm putting my stop loss tight in profit. About 10 pips. All right. It keeps rejecting this area. I'm putting in probably 10 pips. I'm gonna let it drop. I'm gonna let it drop. You see gold's coming down as well. Gold's coming down as well. I'm waiting for GER to give that push. If it can break this low right here, we should be good to get that next gear to get to the bottom. That next gear to get to the bottom. All right. That 125 is what I'm looking for. 125. I'm sorry, 151 pips. I'm looking for 151 Bacardi. No, I'm not looking for no 151 Bacardi. I'm just looking for 151 pips. There we go. 67 pips and running. Come on, baby. Push. Take it to 99 real quick. Let's go see that. 65. Come on, come on, come on. Look at gold. Gold's only at 17 now. 17, 19. Come on, push. The stresses of trading. Free trade for me, guys. Free trade for me. I don't like what it's doing right here. It's making a flat bottom. So either it's going to reverse hard, as I say that, it happened, or it's going to drop hard. So I'll put my stop loss in profit. I'm not going to walk away from free money. Not going to walk away from free money. You see gold dropping nicely, so we'll let it play out. Let's talk about Euro USD, and let's go over order blocks and imbalance. And as we talk about it, looks like I'm about to get stopped out in profit for GER. Still holding. Oh, there it is. Just got stopped out in profit. So 10 pips. I'm out on GER. Got up as much as 68. So another successful trade for those who took it. I should have took that 68 for like the second or third time and hit that. I saw that flat bottom being made. Let's go back and look at it. You see that flat bottom? It might still drop down. I might have put my stop loss too tight, but hey, I'm not about to give up any free money. When I see this right here, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. And then Oh yeah. Definitely should have got out a long time ago. Got to be more careful. Now you want to work out. Boy, I tell you. All right. So another successful trade on GER. I got 10 out of there. Should have got some more. Oh, good. 4-1 on GER. And gold is down 21, but it's heading in the right direction. Down 16. So pushing hard. Pushing hard. All right. Feeling good about gold. We'll keep watching that one. All right. Gold gets back in profit. It's up to you. If you want to close, close. Can't go broke taking profits. All right. If we're still in the trade when the call closes, you guys know the target. For me, my target is 30 pips. 25 to 30 pips. Actually, so I got mine at 30, just right above the zone here. All right. I'll be taking profit somewhere between 25 and 30. Typically, I like to take 25, but if it takes up until New York session to really start pushing down, then I may look to take the whole 30 because that New York session open, it might get that nice push down that we need to take it to take profit level. All right. So order blocks and imbalance. All right. So we'll talk about a few things here. Number one, we'll talk about how to draw them on the chart. Number one. Number two, we'll talk about what they represent. And then number three, we'll talk about how we utilize them, which you guys have already seen, how we utilize them. All right. The one trade that we lost with GER, I didn't use imbalance or order blocks. I used something else. We took a loss on that one. It's going to happen. But the other 4 trades, we used entries based off of rejections or how price reacts at certain imbalance and imbalance levels, as well as order block levels. All right. Yeah, now you want to work. Boy, I tell you, look at that. Now it's moving up. All right. All right. So I see him starting to see it. All right. All right. So we'll start off with order blocks. All right. So an order block is a area where price has hit a high or a low and reverses. All right. So for example, this right here is a bearish order block. Why? Price is making higher highs. This candle is above this candle. 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 This candle closed below that candle. And then you see the downtrend. All right. You can have a down candle. If the next candle closes above it, that means the uptrend continues. But if you have a down candle and then nothing else closes above it and everything else closes below it, and then you have the downtrend, that is a bearish order block because you had a bull move here, you had a bear candle right here that followed with a drop. That's a bearish order candle, order block. All right. The block of orders are going to be in the 2 candles that touch, you can per se. All right. So you want to mark them both, you can. You can kind of understand how that works. This thing here. All right. But the one you care about, the one you worry most about, is the one on the right. It's bearish. So it tells you the candle on the right, you got 2 marked here, green, red. The one on the red one on the right, the candle on the right is your order block, which tells you what? It's a bearish move, which means you're expecting price to come back up to it, reject it, and head down. All right. That's what you're expecting. And then right here is a bullish order block. You got 2 candles here, red, green. All these red candles kept breaking the previous low. This green candle was the first one not to break the previous low. And then you see price went up after that. No candle closed below it. All right. Now you mark these and then you can use them later in the future. All right. You can use them later in the future. So for example, here, starting a sell move, this is a bearish order block. So you mark that there like so. All right, boom, you got that set up. All right. And you see that prices come back into it, rejecting, and now slowly starting to move out. All right, slowly starting to move out. So everybody's got my eyes. Allergy season. All right, gold moving down, 15. Cool. So we good there. All right, so let's delete this one out for right now. So that is it. And so what you're looking for, so we mark this on the hour chart, right? Let's come down to the 5 minute. All right. We'll go down to the 5 minute because you guys know the lower time frames can give you the better entries. GER 30 for the buy. The upper room would have been stopped out. Glad we got out. I need to go find that wide reverse right there. Let's go back on this here. And you can see here that all you're doing here is looking for what? You're looking for a bearish, a bearish sentiment. You're looking for a bearish candlestick formation. As you can see right here, price came out, came back to touch it right here. And this next candle was what? A bearish engulfing candle. You literally could put your entry right here. Boom. Stop loss above the zone. All right. Typically 3 to 5 pips above the zone. All right. So zoom out here. Shrink this a little bit here. Uh-oh, got a bag entry on gold for the sale. Love it. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. All right, let me measure this here. That's 3 pips right there. All right. And look at that. Now you have a good idea, potentially, of where price may go to. All right. So that's how it works. All right. Conceptually, you never want to use order blocks or imbalance by themselves. All right. This just gives you an idea. You want to use them with some other additional confluences like candlestick formations as well as AIRO. All right. Let's go in here and add AIRO. All right. Let's go add AIRO. All right. So we got AIRO here. We go to the 15-minute. All right. And you can see here on the 15-minute time frame, you're in a downtrend. You got more red zones than green zones. So you know you're looking for a sale. All right. You know you're looking for a sale. Price comes out. If you don't understand, see, look at that. I put that line there because it had the what? It had the bearish engulfing. And then 2 candles later, you had a pullback and then a drop. And then look at that. 2 candles later, bag entry. These bag entries, boy, they be lining up. Look at that, bag entry. You're inside the money zone, bag entry in the direction of the trend, rejection out of the order block. Now you've got the confluence to tell you to take the trade. And because you know of where the other hour order block is at, now you have a good idea of where to take the trade to. All right, look at those confluences right there. 77.9 caught 78 pips. 78 pips on old trusty Euro USD. You could have held it. You could have had another entry right there because you already knew potentially of where it was going. Went right into it. All right. So that's order blocks. All right. That's order blocks. All right. When you use it in conjunction with price action, when you use it in conjunction with AIRO, all the confluences give you the thumbs up to take that trade and some guidance on where to take the trade to. Not just a simple 20 pips. Now, if you want to take it for 20, great, take it for 20. That's the bag entry rule. However, if you want to take it for less, say more than 20, you can take it for more than 20. Also, from a standpoint of a 40 pip stop loss, you now can start to learn to minimize your stop loss. You see here, my stop loss here, my entry, it's a 15 point, it's called 16 pip stop loss, 15.5 stop loss. It's not a 40 pip stop loss. Now I'm risking 16 pips to go catch 78 pips. It's almost a 1-to-5 ratio, almost 1-to-5. So now you can start to hone in on your entries and get tighter entries, especially when we're going to start taking trades like this with manifest. You gotta be tight with your stop losses. You got to be on point with your entries. All right, you can't have too much drawdown and over leverage because it could kick you out. So anytime you're trading with any proprietary trading firms, you want to get to the point where you can really understand this concept because it will help to minimize your stop loss, which will allow you to put in bigger entries. So bigger bigger lot sizes, because a big lot size will let you know if you took a loss, it'll be a tight loss. So it won't be a big loss. And then it also allows you that you're risking very little. So you're not risking much and you're looking at opportunity to make more. All right. So that's order blocks. So let's remove AIRO and go show you. So now we got that mark there. Let's delete these here. Now let's go back to the H1 chart and we'll show you the imbalance. All right. So guess what? I had a green candle come up and stop and immediately start making a red candle. So I'm like, I wonder what's going on there. So I come over to the right and I see that, there is a bearish imbalance right here. Beautiful. Bearish imbalance. Now, what is imbalance? All right. So whenever you see an institutional candle, a long candle, all right, these are institutional candles. There has to be a lot of volume in the market for these to drop or to run up. All right. And so that's an institutional candle. All right. This is Euro USD. This candle alone moved 21 pips. All right. 21 pips. Now, so you guys know over 30%, last data showed over 30% of all money traded in Forex goes through Euro USD. It takes 1 billion, 1 billion with a B, dollars to move Euro USD 10 pips. All right. The most of any Forex pair. That's why it moves so slow, because it takes so much money to move it. When it runs, but most of the days you see it doesn't really do much. This right here is only, I think we measured it, 78 pip drop for the entry, 78 pips. Had this been GBP USD, this would have been a 478 pip drop. So that's why I don't, really care too much for a Euro USD, because a move like this, I'm looking at catching some crazy pips with a G pair, but on Euro USD, it's 78 pips. But the beautiful thing is, these concepts work very well when you combine it with AIRO and price action. They work very, very well with Euro USD, and allowing you to make get some big moves, and you can use some bigger lot sizes because you can have some tight stop losses. All right. So we mark this imbalance. So we understand order blocks. So imbalance is when you have an institutional candle, and you can see here the wick on the candle before and the wick on the candle after never covered the back or the front. So the back and the front is open in this gap. You got a gap here. This is an imbalance area. All right, what does that mean? So imbalance means that price was moving so fast that the market makers couldn't do their number one job. The number one job of a market maker is to put orders together. All right, put orders together. All right. So what does that mean? That means when we were in those sales for GER 30, it was putting all of our orders together with those people that were buying GER 30. All right. Because for every buy, there has to be a sell. For every sell, there has to be a buy, so that they can put the orders together. Somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. So the buyer wins, they're taking money, it's being shifted to the seller's account, from the seller's account to the buyer's account, and vice versa. So when we sold and we collected those pips, we were taking money from those people that were buying. That's how the game works. All right. So you see there's a gap here. It's an imbalance area. This price moves so fast. The wicks didn't cover the full candle. So you see, that's what price went into. So when you see that price go into an area and stop and then turn around, you want to go and say, let me go see why. Look left. Oh, imbalance. All right. We see it's imbalance. Now we come here. We add AIRO. Bada bing, bada boom. We go down to the 15-minute time frame. Let's go down to the 5-minute time frame, like we did. I like the 5-minute. Got some pretty good entries. Gold playing around with us now. Now you want to go backwards on us, gold? Come on, gold. Got to be more careful. Or I tell you, gold playing. Let's go look at that gold. What's he doing? Number 30 came back down, playing around. All right. All right. So here's that blue zone. All right. You get down to 5 minutes. Look at this. You had a. Let's go back. Let's go back. You had a rejection off the AIRO resistance area. You already know the trend is downtrend. We've already established that with AIRO. All right. Even if you didn't get a price action, I don't really see. Actually, I see something right here inside the zone. And I went over this earlier with a group that I was on a call with. There's actually imbalance, 2 levels of imbalance inside of this. So there's 2 15-minute imbalance zones inside this hour imbalance zone. I already know where they're at. I'm not going to walk you through it, but you can literally, there's one here, and then there's another one just slightly below it. And you can see, and I'll show you where they originate from so you understand how to go draw them. But all you do is you come over here on a 15-minute time frame. Actually, so you go to 15-minute, come over here, and look at that. Got imbalance right there, gap, and you got an imbalance gap right there. So those are inside of the H1 imbalance zone, which allows you to what? It allows you to find more precise entries because now you have an imbalance inside the imbalance. You can see, let's go to the 5-minute for better entries, that the first one, you have nice, you see price came in to the second one, rejected. All right. Here, out of the first one, out of this top imbalance zone, you had a bull candle and then a bearish engulfing. My entry could be, first entry could be right there with a stop loss right above it. Boom. That right there is a risk to reward of a 6-pip stop loss. And it dropped big time. All right. Don't really get anything else. You might see a hangman right here, but no, I don't see any price action for me that makes me think get into a sale. So I hold. Oh, lo and behold, what is that? Bag entry. I mean, look at that bag entry. No drawdown. No drawdown on that bag entry. Arrow pops up, bounced off the zone, out of the order, the imbalance zone. Arrow, we get in this candle, no drawdown. All right. We already know where our imbalance is from earlier. I'm sorry, where our order block is at. Boom, boom, boom. We know we're not going to put an entry right, or take profit right at it. We'll put it about 3 to 5 pips above it, like right there. That is that's 3 pips above it. And you can see the wick goes right through it. So our first entry, price action off the arrow move, off the arrow zone, the actual resistance zone, and out of the first, the highest imbalance zone. That was a trade of 40 pips. And second entry was a trade of 27 pips. We just grabbed 67 pips, all going into New York session. All going into New York. New York Open was right. Actually, it's before New York, and this is during London session. This is all during London session. All during London. Because New York Open was at 1630. Here's New York Open. So New York Open was a little reversal. It didn't move much because a big move happened during London. All right. So that is imbalance. That is order blocks. We talked about the meeting. We talked about how to draw them up. We talked about how to combine them with price action and with arrow so that you have at least 3 types of confirmation. And when you have at least 3 types of confirmation, that includes the institutional order flow concepts, which are order blocks and imbalance. You add that with price action. You add that with bag entries. You add that with agent session breakouts. The result is beautiful. If you're in the Arrow Bag chat, I put a 3.5-minute video in the chat yesterday on the on the trade I called out to the group, the GBP CHF sale. It was strategy number 1 for Arrow, strategy number 3 for Arrow, plus a rejection out of the it had a fake out going into the order block and then a rejection. All right, all happening at London Open. All right, so London Open or close to it, you had that entry. All right, bada bing, bada boom, we hit 20 pips on that trade, and that's how it works. So hopefully this was a good lesson for you guys. I see people catching more pips, 6-0 from Jason on GER. Hey, congrats, man. I'm gonna call it a day, guys. I need to go take some more allergy medicine. I'm about to die. Hey, successful night tonight. We are 4-1 on GER. We're still in gold trade. With gold, we're down 20 pips right now. We've already talked about what to do with gold. I'm holding. And hey, good night tonight. So I need to go take some medicine, guys. But good night tonight. Hope you guys learned something about the institutional order flow concepts. We'll continue to build upon those and use those in conjunction with AIRO so that we can get more precise entries with smaller amounts of drawdown and trading on smaller time frames, and get you guys to the point where you guys can catch those sniper entries. All right, risk less, make more. If you're going to trade tonight and after this call, make sure to use proper risk management. All right, if you're going to trade during the New York session, do the same thing. I will see you guys in the funny papers.